I exist to break stupid rules.
On this episode of Road Tripping with Sports Betting Truth.
What's with the cactuses?
It's finally time to hit the road. But first, an annual tradition gets some love and respect.
It is what it is. It is what it is, right?
Then, the excursion heads to remote parts of the Mountain West. Whether it be the desert,
Can't really see much. I mean, it just looks like some buildings sprouting out in the middle of the desert, really.
or the mountains.
I mean, I've had no cell connection for probably the past 30 minutes.
Finally, at the day's final destination, the hunt for some Mexican food is on.
I mean, how hard is it to screw up Mexican food? Although it happened to me in Reno.
Don't go anywhere. This is Road Tripping with Sports Betting Truth.
You know, this is a very nice Airbnb. Not bad for the price I paid. I paid like $60 maybe. Private entrance, you know, it has everything you need. 2 TVs. We got Venus. And we got Mars. You're probably wondering what I am doing awake at this early hour. It's about 5:30 in the morning. Well, I will go back to my video series I did last year to explain what I'm about to do. So right now I'm driving to the Strip. It's one of my favorite things to do in Las Vegas is go to the Strip very early, like very early. And do it on like a Monday or Tuesday morning. Those are usually the 2 slowest times of the week on the Strip. And here's why. First of all, if you go really early, you don't have to deal with the heat. And you don't have to deal with any crowds. It's dead. I don't know if dead is the right term to use, but it's not crowded. You don't have to deal with immigrants working off their coyote debt, handing out call cards. You don't have to worry about scammers or hustlers or people handing out rap CDs. It's very serene. It's very quiet and very serene. It's very nice. This year I'm gonna have to forego a lot of my annual Las Vegas traditions. But there's one I'm still gonna do, and that is the early morning Strip walk. I usually start at Treasure Island, but I am starting at Mandalay Bay because it's a little bit easier and it has free parking now. It did not have that last year. Luxor has the most unique smell. It's like pina colada, kind of. Obligatory Luxor book visit. You know, I say this every time I come to Excalibur, but it is what it is. But you know, at least the casino part, it's not that bad. I can't speak for the hotel, I've never stayed in it, but the casino is not that bad. At least it has like some sort of charm to it, unlike some other casinos around here. That stretch of Strip between MGM Grand and Planet Hollywood is the worst part of the Strip. I exist to break stupid rules. How much of a lowlife do you have to be to throw trash in the Bellagio fountain? Also, how much of a lowlife do you have to be to smoke weed in public? I mean, how inconsiderate can you be? The whole Strip smells like weed when you're outside and it's annoying. So it looks like the Mirage is still closed, unfortunately. I like going in there, I do. The wind sign isn't working. When is Resorts World supposed to open? Feels like it's been under construction for years. just walked by two guys pissing on the sidewalk. What is wrong with people? Why is this allowed? Why do they let that happen? Planet Hollywood is still closed too. Yep, I'm crossing the bridge. There's nothing redeeming between Planet Hollywood and MGM Grand on this side of the strip. I already said that earlier, but I'm reiterating, I'm crossing over. It's always just grossed me out. There's nothing good there and it's just gross. Trash everywhere, homeless people everywhere, it smells bad. I feel bad for Eminem's World because that's the only thing worth visiting in that part of the strip, and it's just, I feel bad for them because they're in a bad location. Looks like the Tropicana is still closed too. Man. Whew. So according to my Fitbit, I walked 6.5 miles in about 2.5 hours, 2:26. So 13,840 steps and 1,016 calories burned. So here's the map. I don't know if you can see it, but I started at the Mandalay Bay Garage. I went all the way up to the Wynn and back. So that's a pretty good walk. All right, despite all of that, it is only 8:30 and I still have an entire day of driving to do. So I have a general idea of the direction I'm going. I just don't know exactly when or where I will stop. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna come back here to Las Vegas until this whole mask and COVID garbage is over with. It kills the vibe, and I'm not about masks at all.
What that's going to mean for... I want to see my doctor. He says, would I have something to do with the nutrition that I've been getting from you?
So right now I'm actually headed northeast. So as far as Nevada is concerned, I've only been to Clark County, where Las Vegas is, and the Reno Tahoe area. I've never been anywhere else in Nevada. So right now I'm heading northeast towards Mesquite, Nevada, which is on the border of like Nevada, Arizona, and Utah, kind of in that tri-state area.
820-1234-8201.
No, I'm not going to drive by Area 51. By the way, the speedway is up here. I don't know if you can see it. But no, I'm not going to drive by Area 51. That's northwest. I'm going northeast. And there's really nothing to see. I mean, it's in the middle of the desert. It's a highway. You can't really see anything anyway, so. What's with the cactuses? Seriously, what is with all these cactuses that are everywhere? So this is Mesquite, Nevada. It took me about an hour to get here from Las Vegas, and some construction traffic right now. Can't really see much. I mean, it just looks like some buildings sprouting out in the middle of the desert, really. All right, Arizona, state number 3 of this trip. Not going to be in Arizona for very long, though, I can tell you that. Gonna head up north into Utah after this one. But the answer to the question you're probably gonna ask, no, I'm not gonna go to Monument Valley. It's kind of out of the way. It would add like 3 or 4 hours to the drive today, and I just don't want to be on the road that long. It's 105 degrees out there right now. I don't know why. I'm not doing a top down, I can tell you that.
That was pretty cool driving through the cliffs like that. Also, speaking of Arizona, no, I'm not going to the Grand Canyon. It's a little too far south, a little too far out of the way.
See, I told you we weren't going to be in Arizona very long. That was maybe, what, like 25 minutes? So we're in Utah now, state number 4 on the trip. This is my first time in Utah since 2017 when I was moving from Seattle to Kentucky. I have some interesting Utah stories. So in 2017, March of 2017, I was driving to Wyoming from Idaho that day, and I blew a tire in Ogden, Utah, like right by Weber State University. And thank God there was a firestone within like half a mile of where I blew the tire. Thank God that did not happen in the middle of nowhere in Idaho. It was in March, so there's still snow on the ground. That would have really sucked. But I got lucky. That was my old Audi TT.
Right now we are in St. George, Utah. I don't know if you can see it, but off to the left there's a pretty decent sized Mormon temple. You know, I think Mormons get a bad rap. I don't know why people don't like them. They are some of the nicest people you'll ever meet. I have known plenty of Mormons in my life. They're all really nice people, you know. So, what's that quote from King of the Hill? Why do you hate what you don't understand? It is time to do a battery change. This battery lasted about 2 hours and 15 minutes. It's like, I feel like I'm on the pits of a NASCAR race. I wish I had a timer, like, so I could time myself like the pits of a race. There we go. And that is a camera change.
So I just decided to take the I-70 East exit on I-70 East towards Denver. So I'm going to be going through the Rocky Mountains.
Stopping here in Selena, Utah, which this has got to be the least busy loves I have ever seen in my life. According to my map, I think the best place to stop for today will be Grand Junction, Colorado. 2 hours, 57 minutes, 207 miles away. So I should get there by 4:38 p.m. So yeah, let me get a hotel or an Airbnb in there and go inside, go to the bathroom, get some gas, get something to drink. I couldn't find anything I wanted to drink, so I just went to the bathroom and got some gas, and that's it. So time to go to Grand Junction. So you're probably wondering why I didn't get anything to drink. Well, I only get 0-calorie drinks. When I'm on vacation in general, I probably talked about this before, but when I'm on vacation in general, I only eat once a day pretty much, because I feel like if I eat throughout the day, you know, I'll gain weight. So I'd rather just eat one meal, you know, where I don't feel guilty at all, you know, like the Jack in the Box I had last night, and fast for the next 23 hours, than to eat throughout the day, and then I feel I'll get fat if I do that. So that's why I won't get any drinks with calories unless I'm eating along with it with that one meal of the day. And I just didn't feel like Pepsi Zero Sugar again, and they didn't have any 0-calorie Arizona tea or anything like that, so there you go.
This is a very remote part of Utah. I mean, I've had no cell connection for probably the past 30 minutes, and there hasn't been any gas stations or anything since the Selena one I stopped at, so. Just entered the 5th state of this trip, Colorado. I had no idea the Welcome to Colorado sign was coming because all the trucks were blocking it, so not too far from Grand Junction, only about 29 miles.
Well, I am here. It is 4:32. Subtract an hour from the time change. That took me about 7 hours. Obligatory elevator shot. Whoops. Oh, not bad. Nice view of the whatever river that is out there. So yes, I'm hungry. Like I said, I haven't eaten today. I want Mexican, but I saw a sign for Old Chicago, which I like as well, so. Dang it, I forgot my sunglasses upstairs. I'm gonna use my backup pair. Alright, I'm going to a Mexican restaurant. I mean, how hard is it to screw up Mexican food? Although it happened to me in Reno. I went to Lake Tahoe for Christmas this past year. You know, it was Christmas and like nothing was open. And I was just driving up and down in the street in Reno looking for something that was open because, you know, I'd been skiing all day and I was hungry. And there was this like Mexican place in a shopping center that was open and it was packed, like nothing but like Mexican families there eating. And I felt so bad for the owner because you could tell he wasn't expecting it to be as busy as it was. The food I ordered was terrible, and I don't blame the restaurant. I blame the fact that it was so busy. They probably ran out of things because the stuff I was served, there's no way they would serve that regularly. I mean, you could tell I was being served things like that were probably pre-packaged, like bought at a store or something, you know. It was terrible, and so hopefully that is not the case for this place.
It's ready for just about anything. GENUCEL.com now, and for results in minutes, the Genucel immediate effects is also.
The menu is huge. So it wasn't the best Mexican food I've ever had. It was passable. It was middle of the road Mexican food, you know, nothing to write home about, but it wasn't terrible either. I need to go find a Walmart somewhere so I can get some water and some sunscreen. If I'm gonna have this top down, I need some sunscreen.
Doesn't stop the mattresses. Every purpose.
You know, this is my first time to see Grand Junction in the daylight. I've only been here when it's pitch black at like 1 in the morning. It's very blue color. It doesn't feel like Colorado at all. It feels like a very blue color. Like it reminds me of kind of like a bigger Rock Springs, Wyoming is what it reminds me of. Yeah, I'm exhausted after that 6.5 mile walk this morning in Las Vegas and then driving 7 hours. I'm tired. My knees hurt, my joints hurt. I think I'm just gonna lay here for the rest of the night. So 2 days down, several more to go.